What's going on, YouTube viewers? Hey, this is Phoenix, and welcome back to the channel. All right, so it's been a while since I've done a video, so just kind of bear with me. This is like my re-entry and starting doing videos again. All right, so today we're going to talk about Sotac. It is an airsoft Peq-15 clone that is manufactured in China. All right, I actually reached out to a company that is sponsoring this video today, which is Op Tactical. You can find them on eBay, and they are a company out of China. Anyway, I asked them. I said, "Hey, I'm doing a video on these Sotac devices," and they said, "We'd be glad to give you a discount. Please speak about our company, yada yada yada." So, once you watch this video, obviously you might be interested in buying these devices. Just basically say Phoenix sent you. All right. So just to jump into this. If you are watching this, you probably seen my last video, which talks about the three different types of IR units that I've actually purchased, and one that I sent back. All right. So Sotac. This device is a Peq-15 airsoft clone. All right. There's two units that I'm going to display, which is going to be the IR adjustable illuminator that has an IR laser, the visible laser. And then I'm also going to display the one that is just an LED light that has an IR laser and a visible laser. Okay. So both units operate the same. They both have similar components, internal components. The only difference is the IR illuminator has an adjustable mechanism in it that is different from the LED one. Okay. All right. So there's two things that makes the airsoft unit, these particular ones, not hold zero, and they're fixable. Okay. And you might be able to relate that to other devices, but for right now, I've only used these Sotac ones. All right. So if you're looking at these and you're like, hey, I've seen them, they actually potted the holes, they filled in the holes with some type of compound, which is true. All right. So what you want to do is you want to take your drill bit, drill into it just a tad bit. Take you a screwdriver, preferably one that you use like for your eyeglasses, so you can scrape it out. Okay. You want to scrape it till you see metal. Once you see metal, just scrape the rest of it out, and then you'll be able. It's going to take about 20 minutes or so. So the bottom screws are located here, and here. Okay. The deepest screw is going to be this one. This is going to be the second deepest, and this one is not going to be as deep. Okay. Once you remove that, then the front you're going to have three Allen wrench screws, which is here, and here. All right. And those are actually fairly easy. You just take those and scrape out that compound, and then you can use Allen wrench to get them out. All right. So once you get all that done, you can open up your unit. Okay. Now the first failing point that causes this unit to lose zero is going to be these metal tabs right here. These metal tabs are held in place with silicone gel. And what silicone gel does, it allows these tension tabs to actually shift a little bit. So you have like these micro movements. If you bump your unit or if you drop it, or whatever the case may be, the visible laser or the IR laser will actually shift just a tad bit, which is going to be like micro movements. One thing you want to do is you want to take these tabs, you want to pull them up, pull them out, and clean off all that silicone gel that's on these tabs. Okay. Once you do that, you can use either epoxy JB Weld epoxy, okay, or you can use super glue. Okay. Just take it, once you clean it out, pour that super glue or that JB Weld epoxy into the pockets, and then reinsert your tabs, and then set it off to the side. All right. Now there's going to be three nuts that's in the unit that possibly, if you don't pay attention, you can lose them. And these 3 nuts are located in, one of them is here, okay? One of them is in the front of the unit, which are these little pockets right here that hold the nuts, okay? What you want to do is you want to take those nuts, put them in there, and take some super glue and just dab them so they stay there permanently, all right? The next thing you want to do is you want to look at your circuit board, okay? This unit is really simple. It's really easy to work on. It's really easy to fix and easy to replace any of the parts and stuff that you have on it. So once you look at your circuit board, look at the soldering beads and make sure they're all solid. Make sure they look good, okay? Because what you're going to do is you're going to take you some liquid tape. You're going to take liquid tape and you're going to put 3 coats over your circuit board, okay? Also, you're going to liquid tape these these wires right here, your power wire, your crane plug wires. You're going to look at all that. You're going to liquid tape that. I also liquid tape these wires that are for the IR laser and visible laser. I liquid tape everything, and I put about 3 coats. After I put 3 coats on around your edges, right here around the battery compartment, I put liquid tape over this area right here. This is after the circuit board has cured. Then I'll put it over these edges just to create a seal, because I want to, one, pot it, that's what you're doing, as well as waterproof it, okay? You also want to put liquid tape on your battery spring right here, because that's kind of bare. Put liquid tape all over that. Everything that has a circuit running or a current running through it, you want to liquid tape it, all right? Very simple to do. After that is done, you want to take it and set it off to the side after that is cured and everything. Like I said, you want to put it all over the edges. That is pretty much it. That is pretty much it. It is that simple. It is that simple. All right. Then once you put it back together, you want to look at these. They're little brown drum screw inserts that hold down your windage and elevation. This is the second thing that causes the unit to lose its zero, which looks like this. Now this is my 6.5 Grindle. This has been potted. I did the work to this. This thing holds zero. It's actually been on 2 units. But anyway, these brown little kind of see-through screw-in drums, they will sometimes crack around the trim or the base, causing it to separate, which you'll notice that when you're trying to screw it in to do any type of adjustments, it will just basically lift up. Okay. The best thing you want to do is buy the $68 units, and the $68 units are the units that are just LED lights, but they have the same components like your plastic screw and drums for your windage and elevation. Just screw them out and replace them. That's the best way to replace these things. All right. Once that is done, your unit will hold zero. All right. I have shot this particular one, this one right here. I've shot it on PWS 7.62 by 39. It has held zero. Held zero. And I've shot a lot. I normally shoot about once a week. This thing holds a zero. It holds a zero very well. It has outperformed the Ingall that I sent back to Somo Gear. It outperformed that. It outperforms the SMS laser. This is a good unit. This is a really good unit. And it's not that it's cherry picked, because I actually bought this unit before I reached out to them. Okay. Good unit. The adjustments on your IR illuminator does great. Your IR laser is nice. The visible laser is bright and it's good. This is a really good unit. Okay, so that's that. All right. If you're looking for a cheaper route and you're like, well, I don't want a IR illuminator, I'm looking more for the LED light, this is perfect right here. This is perfect. Because if you pot it and you do the exact same thing that I instructed, it holds a 0. This actually outperforms my Olight. Reason being it outperforms the Olight is because the Olight, if you take it and you move it like this, that laser will shift. Okay, it loses 0. Now it may return, but it moves. Whereas this, it doesn't move at all. Which I actually replaced the SMS laser, and I ended up putting this on there, which is the LED light. I'm gonna roll in some footage of me just, demonstrating how strong that light is. The light is about 300 lumens, and it does a great job. So here we go right here. All right, to show you the distance of how far this light shines to, it's currently about 6:45, 7 o'clock. Give you an idea. So this is my wood line right here. All right. From here to there is about, I want to say it's about 25 yards close to it, to that fence, just to give you an idea how far it goes. So anyway, if you notice after seeing that video, I'm in my backyard. You look at the ridge line. You can see the fence over to my right is right about close to 20 to 25 yards. It's a good distance. Okay. So that's a good projection. All right. I would say this much. I know a lot of you out there are going to say, well, man, this is airsoft. You're putting airsoft stuff on real guns. Do you trust your life with it? I don't trust anything that is electronics. I do have some sense of faith in it, in the sense of what I've done and it hasn't messed up. It hasn't shown me that it's faulty. Out of this one that I use this as a sacrificial lamb, that I actually bought this just to tear it apart so I can see what's inside it, just to see if I can fix it or not. That is what prompted me to buy this unit, the other 2 units that you see, and the 3rd unit that's coming from Op Tactical. So can I base my life on it? Can I, trust my life on it? I would say yes and no, in the sense of, if this is all I've had in a situation where shit hit the fan and this is what I have and I have to, I can say I can, because it has proven itself. Okay. But there again, you need to have a contingency plan if it does go down. For instance, if it goes down, I have nods on. You turn down your setting on your optic to where it's not for night vision, and you use that. So you have ways of going about it, right? What I've learned in law enforcement is that you have to have a contingency plan on everything. Okay, if your rifle goes down, you go to your side. If your taser doesn't work, guess what? You need to use a spray or something else that is adequate amount of force. You have to go to your backup, because there's no devices that is bomb-proof. There's none. I mean, you may get some that has a high track record, but for the most part, you're going to have a lot of people that are going to say, hey man, this thing it failed me on such and such recon mission, or this or that when I was in the military, or this thing is, crappy, this is better. You've heard the stories. So take it for the grain of salt. I think these are great training tools, especially for individuals that are getting into the night vision game. If you're using it for night vision, right, for identification, for navigating, whatever the case may be, you're going to notice that using these in the daytime when you train, you're doing a course, it's easy. You subconsciously are avoiding certain things because you know where to step. Where night vision, there's a difference because night changes a lot, right? So up your game, get into this. This is fraction of the cost. You're not spending freaking 22 to 2 grand on something that should only cost you about $200 or $300. Just think about it. So that's my advice to you. Hopefully, you know, you learned something from this video. Hopefully you enjoyed the content. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment at the bottom. And if you do buy this, I'm pretty sure a lot of you are going to be like, I'm buying that shit. Just put Phoenix sent me. All right. I saw this video on YouTube. He recommended this company. He recommended this device, which is a Sotac. And you'll thank me later. All right. I'll see you, fam, on the next video. Stay safe out there. Train. Deuces.